Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. This time we're taking a look at the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron B-Wing Starfighter. Now, if you hadn't already, please follow, like, and subscribe to my social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get a notification of when I post new content. Alright, so tonight we're taking a look Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron B-Wing Starfighter. This is a toy that was nearly impossible to find in the wild. I probably looked in a dozen different stores, including Walmart and Target, GameStop, across 2 different states, trying to find this thing. For whatever reason, the distribution on some of the Micro Galaxy Squadron ships is few and far in between. Alright, so first off, let's talk about the packaging. You've got your standard blister display packaging there on the card back. I do like the packaging for the Micro Galaxy Squadron. I think that their marketing team does a really great job with designing the packaging for these toys. Micro Galaxy Squadron down at the bottom, you can see the A-Wing pilot and the inset, Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary logo in the lower right, and of course the toy prominently displayed inside the blister and tray. On the back of the packaging, over on the left, you've got your cutout schematic of the B-Wing fighter. Over on the right, you've got some obligatory product shots of the toy, and you can see it does have a rotating cockpit. Down at the bottom, you can see some of the other ships in this assortment. Alright, so here we have the B-Wing Starfighter outside of the packaging. First and foremost, I do want to talk about the included minifig of the B-Wing pilot. It's okay for what it is, hit and miss on the paint apps there. So you guys can see the back, and you can see the detail on the helmet. Don't think the head pivots, but the arms move up and down. You guys see that? And the legs move up and down. Okay. Alright, so let's talk about the B-Wing itself. First and foremost, I wanted to do a head-on perspective of it so you can see what the front of the cockpit looks like, as well as the intakes for the engines, the laser cannons, the ion cannons, proton torpedo launchers, all the way around. This is a really cool looking ship. This is one of my favorite ships from Star Wars. It's got some weathering on it. Ion engines on the back. All the way around. This is a really cool looking toy. Flip it on this side so you can see the landing struts on the bottom. There's one here and then one on the end of the main strike foil pylon there. And the canopy. All the way, yes it does. And let's get this up where you guys can see the interior cockpit. A lot of molded details in there with the ejection seat, instrumentation. It's all molded gray. No flight stick or anything in there. Take our B-Wing pilot and see if we can get him seated position here. Close the cockpit down like that. Now, for flight mode, flip it over and close the landing struts like that. And you can open up the strike foils. It's in a horizontal position, and rotate it up, and then rotate the cockpit. So it's not going to rotate on its own like the Hasbro toys do. This is really cool. What's missing from this is a flight stand. And I know there are some third-party offerings out there on sites like eBay and Etsy. I would definitely take advantage of, because this is just too nice a toy to leave in a landed configuration. I've seen them at an angle like this, but this is just a really awesome ship. It's one of the nicest ships within the Star Wars franchise. And you can see the guns down here on the end, slightly warped. One way to resolve that is to get some super hot tap water, not boiling. Stick that under there for about 40 seconds. And you could take some Scotch tape and actually kind of just tape it down, and then dunk it in cold water to hold that position. Leave that tape on it overnight, and it should be good to go. Yeah, this is a really, really cool Starfighter. I really like these, and when I went out shopping for these, I was looking for 4 of them. That's what I wanted to make a flight for these. And you can just close the strike foils down like that, flip it over, and open the landing struts back. You can see they've got this little tab there to open it up. And there you go. Now, for comparison, I'll bring out a couple of other ships so you can see what they look like. First and foremost, there's Hare's X-Wing. See how they scale together. Here's an A-Wing Starfighter, so you can see how they scale together. And finally, there's a U-Wing Starfighter, so you can see how it scales with the B-Wing. Overall, this is a really cool ship. It's one of the nicest in the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron line. If you are a collector or fan, you definitely want to pick this one up and add it to your collection. So there you have the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron B-Wing Starfighter by Jazzwares.